Excellencies, Chairman and Vice Chairman of Channels Television, the DG of Deutsche Welle, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't really planning to say anything. I'm just here as a friend of Channels, a long-standing friend of Channels. But the thing to say as I start is that I completely echo everything that the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Environment has said about ECOWAD Africa and the partnership between Deutsche Welle and Channels. Of course, in the mining ministry, our primary goal is to make our earth work for us. It's all about the earth. And it's also all about resources and management of those resources. For us, we know that we can generate the kind of resources that our country wants us to generate without paying due attention to what is happening to the environment. Whether you talk of sand dredging in those places that the Honorable Minister's representative just talked about, Bayelsa, Rivers, Lagos, or you talk of lead poisoning in Zamfara or Niger State, or even talk of the coal city that we have in Enugu, or the tin city in Jos, or in all of the places where we have mineral resources in Nigeria. Those are assets that have to be carefully worked on in order not to undermine the very reason for which we're here. And although Nigeria is desirous of diversifying its revenue base from oil and gas, we are extremely sensitive to ensuring that that is done within the context of protecting the environment. So we will work closely with the Ministry of the Environment, as we already are, and we'll work closely with the makers of this program in ensuring that we also sensitize the host communities where these resources are located, and ensuring that we protect the environment in order to make our earth work for us. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, Dr. Kaide Fayemi. His portfolio, that of solid mineral. Now, I would have to say this. The EU, the delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and West Africa, they have been very supportive of Channels Television. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome the head of that delegation to Nigeria and West Africa, Ambassador Michelle Arian, to please give a few words. Your Excellency, please.
Honorable Minister, PS, Chairman, Vice Chair, DG of Deutsche Welle, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening to all of you assembled here in Hilton, but also to the many television viewers that are watching us today. It's indeed a great honor and a pleasure to be part of the launch of the first environmental program produced by a European television channel and Channels TV of Nigeria. It's not just a European channel, it's a German channel, and I must say I like the comparison you made with Nigeria. And by the way, I take this example on many occasions. On several occasions I'm explaining or insisting with my Nigerian friends, you have a specific responsibility to make West Africa, just like Germany make Europe. Without Germany there would be no Europe, I'm telling you. and I think, and I'm not German. So there is this expression that was told one day that 15 minus 1 equals 0. You know, the 15 member states of ECOWAS, if you don't have Nigeria on board, it's nothing. So 28 minus 1 in Europe makes 0 as well. In the EU, we started caring about the environment in a serious way about more than 40 years ago, and we now have what is perhaps the most comprehensive body of law, regulation and policy in this area. The success of our environmental policy has become one of the reasons why the EU is now seen as an important player, an important stakeholder in the environment community. But surely for this success to happen, people need to be aware of the environmental challenges around them. So within the EU, we do fund, we do support a lot of schemes related to environmental education for school children, for young people, for teachers, for families. You know, we have to know what action we can take at our own level. I think fighting climate change, fighting pollution starts at home, at household levels. And we have to know, we have to be taught how to save water, how to save energy, how to prevent and reduce waste, and how to contribute to help tackle climate change. So that's why a program like Eco Africa is so important, as it reached out to all the people of Nigeria. One has recalled the importance of the Pt.3 conference, the climate conference of Paris at the end of last year, where the whole world discussed climate challenges. It has now, I must say, it's probably in the EU, with migration, the other top issue on the global agenda of the EU and of the world discussions, I would say. But it's not only for states to discuss those issues, it's also at the level of cities, the importance of private sector, of civil society, and individual citizens. There was a very interesting agreement and deal in Paris, but now we have to translate the rhetorics into action, and that's where the difficulties comes. So walking the talk is certainly important. So again, a program like Eco Africa will I'm sure, contribute to that. A lot of good work is already being done within the framework of the cooperation between the EU and Africa, the EU locally here and Nigeria. We have a strong EU-Nigeria partnership in the field of energy. The global initiative of sustainable energy for all gives us the framework to work together in Nigeria to do much more in terms of renewable energy, solar energy, hydro energy, but also cleaner fossil energy like gas to power are certainly avenues where we can work together. Switching to cleaner fuels, and I insist on the importance of household level, you know, still today the Nigerians use products to cook, for instance, that are very bad, like kerosene or wood, that contribute to deforestation, but that also create indoor pollution and that are very bad for the health of the population. So the transition to clean energy will contribute to fighting all diseases linked to pollution. And in addition, this new economy, the climate change economy, will create jobs. You would be surprised to hear how many millions of jobs were created in Europe because of wind energy, because of solar energy, because of other climate change friendly economy. So as EU, we are very proud to be part of this program tonight, and again let me congratulate Deutsche Welle and Channels TV for this initiative. So good luck to Eco Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The head of the delegation of European Union to Nigeria and West Africa, Ambassador Michel Arian. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, we will take 1 minute plus, or should I put it another way, we'll take a few minutes to enjoy a little bit of entertainment